Linda is here. Linda, are you able to come on camera? Oopsie, hang on, let me get it. Oh, there we go. Oh, cut, no. Speaker, let's try to see if I can be the speaker. Oh, I am on Facebook, but just not on here for some reason, which is okay, because I think that'll give us some. Okay, let's see. It is APL Go hour. So I try to always give myself an hour. Oh, there's Linda. I try to always give ourselves an hour or a half an hour, depending. This particular day, we are far too busy. There are so many people, so we only have half an hour. And I'm wondering if Julia will be joining us, and also Amanda. In the meantime, Linda, can you introduce yourself, and then I will message these young ladies.
I sure can. I'm Linda McBee. I struggled with my health like my whole life. I was a food addict after massive trauma from my childhood, buried that in creating those health issues, and ended up with massive absorbability issues, and a lot of products that I had tried, my body actually rejected. And in the meantime, while I was dealing with all that, I ran finance and marketing companies until the autoimmune issue had me to shut down my businesses. And so after that happened, I could have easily went back into that field, but I found this product that is immediately absorbed right into the cells and needed the world to know about it. And that was 4 years ago. I was at an event this past week, and people were like, oh my gosh, you look amazing. They knew me when I was super sick and like a lot of times wasn't able to go to events, or when I would go, they knew that I wasn't feeling well. So I feel like I lost a lot of that time, and now really wanting to make it up, and always want to be at stuff with friends and see people. So that's a little bit about myself. I am a mental health therapist as well, and a degree in that, as well as a functional medicine coach. And I really took a lot of those trainings to learn what was going on in my own body and work through what was happening and how I could figure out how to heal myself. And then that what typically happens in those situations. So I'm excited to be here today. This was definitely a godsend for me, and being able to share it with others and helping businesses with creating some residual income and offering products and services for their clients as well. And I see Julia jumped on, who's been a dear friend, and who shared this product with me. We've been in a couple ventures together, but because of both of our health issues, we weren't able to continue. But with this, it's just been super amazing of what it has done for our health, and as well as our wealth. So
awesome. Thank you for that. So Linda is responsible for me being with this company. And then, so she brought me in. Julia's responsible for keeping me here. So she's my keeper. She's my, I don't know what to call you, Linda, but I don't want to call you names, because I just had the privilege of staying at her house. So I don't want to call her names. So the three of us actually had the pleasure of spending like a 3 or 4 hour journey from the airport. 6 hours altogether. Oh geez. So these two lovely young ladies were amazing, and they were able to come pick me up at Dulles Airport, which I know is not pronounced Duels, because that's what it looks like. Right? Because I'm like, and Linda's looking at me, where are you going? I don't know where that is. And I'm like, Duels. And she's like, oh, Dulles. And I'm like, oh, there you go. That's how it's pronounced. So I thought I was all like going to Washington, D.C. So it was just really the airport, kind of, not barely the border,
Virginia.
Barely the border. So, but I did have a chance to see beautiful Virginia and beautiful Maryland. And honestly, if we didn't have those hours in the car and at that restaurant that I can't remember what it's called, and maybe I shouldn't even mention it because Lord have mercy, that was some meal. Yum, yum. It was good, but it was something I shouldn't necessarily be eating all the time. So it was fun. And otherwise I wouldn't have had hardly any time with Julia. And Linda and I, of course, I was sharing her house with her and her dog, not her husband. And also we were sharing a room at the hotel at Jose's event. So we're so interconnected here on this summit today. It's crazy. So yes, so Linda brought me in. I'm just going to briefly say how amazing my product was. I mean, I could talk about all the products because I do take all of them. But besides balancing my amazing hormones, which, you know what, when you hit menopause, you want help from the outside world. And I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's acupuncture, massage, but these supplements right now, I don't have the one I'm probably looking for, but I'm just going to tell you, these babies saved me. I do not get up 6 times in a night anymore to do, you know what? And I get up. In fact, last night, I don't think I only got up once. And so we're down to either 2. And that would be, I'd have to drink a lot of water to get up twice in that night or sleep for a long time. But honestly, it's down to 1 time or 0. I haven't had 0 since before I went into menopause. So since before I was 50, honestly. Here comes Brenda. Awesome. And so, you know what? It is absolutely an amazing product. The one I started off with was actually this one, Alt and Air. And it was because I had a really horrible cold, probably way more than a cold, that did not turn into anything. I've since then adapted this for allergies. If you are a seasonal allergy sufferer, you need to call me ASAP. I was on something that begins with a B and ends with a drill for 3 months. Okay, 3 months a year. I was on this. Now 3 months a year, 3 months in spring, and then again another month and a half in the fall. I have since then stopped. So last year I used it the amount of, like, every day. So the amount of times I would have used that other B word and now I was using the alt the exact amount of time. Now this year I'm hardly using anything. I'm still using a little bit, but we're almost at the end of May and I have not used even 1 box yet this season. I am so happy. I can't even begin to tell you. So I'm going to stop talking and let Julia talk, because I don't know if she has to get back to work or something. And there's all these lovely young ladies are super busy and they're all going back to work. Hi, Tammy. Hi, everybody.
Look at these beautiful, beautiful women in this room. So, and we invited Nurse Brenda to join us as well, because she always has amazing things to contribute. And it's so good to see gorgeous Amanda and gorgeous Tammy. I mean, I love seeing Marianne and Linda all the time, but seeing your beautiful faces. We've changed the name of the company. It's now called the Benjamin Buttons. Aging backward. We were talking about it yesterday. I love this conversation with my friends. I love this conversation. I love looking at old photos and comparing them to now. So my story is not so unique. I was one of those people who was eating and eating and eating and not getting any nutrition. Know anybody like that? Know anybody who's gained any weight? Know anybody who was like in a pandemic and a lockdown for a couple of years and maybe it affected their psyche? I was speaking with my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law is about the same age as my mom. She was born in 1948. She's a baby boomer. I'm Gen X. And you know, the toll that it took on my mother and on my sister's mothers-in-law and my aunts and my mother-in-law, all the people that are baby boomers, the toll that it took on them. Here's why. They're not as savvy on the computer. They're not as savvy with texting. It did force them to become a lot more savvy. Everyone knows that. But what it did is it just took the wind right out of their sails. They were cruising along into life, going along, and then all the air got sucked out of the room, and they had to stop seeing their grandbabies and stop seeing their kids and stop traveling, and their bucket list got flipped on its head, didn't it? So I'm not so unusual because of that, because I was one of those people who I feel like my life got turned upside down, even though I work from home and have since 2006. So you would think I would have had no problem. But it's amazing to me how a product that has so many beneficial properties and so much good nutrition has not just changed my skin, my hair, my nails, my eyelashes. It's changed my marriage and my relationship with my husband, changed his life. He doesn't smoke as much. My little puppy dogs, I have 4. It's changed their life. Their hip pain is not what it was. It's changed my mother's life. She has MS, so her brain fog is subsiding. It's changed our mood. And when you have a better health system, your life is better when you feel better. When you feel better, you actually feel better. You actually do better things, make better decisions. And these girls will tell you we all do that. But one of those better decisions that I made was to say, is there a way to make money with this thing? So I'm just going to plant that seed. That was just a seed I scattered on the road, because you might want to ask that question of Marianne as well, because that was a question that was just really impactful in my life. But let's leave it there. Let's just say this. Have you ever started a habit that you didn't think you would do that led to many, many more habits that changed things in your life? Because I did. I started taking one supplement at nighttime for bed, and then one in the afternoon, 2 in the afternoon for energy and stamina. That was July of 2020. We're coming up to July of 2024. And do you know what those changes inflicted in my life? I now walk 5 miles a day. If you had said that to me in 2020, everyone would have laughed. Oh, there's no way. This is a life change of your life, of my life, of our lives, and it can make a bigger impact on the people you love. So I will leave it there, because you all are part of my life now. I love you, and you've made an impact on my life. And I am so excited. Thank you for letting me talk. I can talk a blue streak. Mwah! Love you guys.
Next time we'll have a whole hour, because we all need to talk so much. And I just want to say, Julia could talk forever about her hair. My hair is not only silkier, because menopause will dry the living daylights out of your hair. Well, it did it for me, so I don't want to say anything. And so one of the supplements will make your hair grow like crazy. The other one will also make it grow, but it will make it more shiny and more manageable. And look at Julia's hair. I just want to say Rapunzel's in the house. In the house, in the house, in the house. Look at that. Oh my gosh.
You guys saw that I cut off on Sunday. This is so funny. On Sunday, I just took the scissors to my hair, and I thought, oh, I should let everybody know how much I cut off. I cut off 7 inches from my hair. It's in a ponytail. With 7 inches cut off, it's still this long. So I love it. I love my hair now.
Oh, awesome. Excellent. I know that Tammy needs to get back to work, right? You need to go back to your thing. Is that right, Tammy? Yes. So can you go next, please? Sorry, Amanda. Is that okay?
Everyone's on the move and on the go. And you know what? First of all, I'm going to say thank you so much, Marianne, for putting this on, because, nothing happens by coincidence. And I know the theme that you have is with God, and without even knowing that you were heart-centered, and also God is your source. I knew, because you're different. And the difference that you have has made a real huge impact on my life. And the other people around you that are willing to say, because some people will never tell you, but they can feel it. And so I just want to say thank you so very much. And, people talk about the body, the mind, the spirit, and the soul. And this here product really touches everything, just like what Julia said. And nothing happens without God, And so it's important. And I'm so happy and proud that you're doing this, and you're actually putting God at the center of it all, because the way you serve, it actually duplicates in the people that you actually surround yourself with, who also catch that and contagious. And from me, myself, I have a simple story. I'm one of those girls who's like the Energizer Bunny. Who never had any problems. The doctor's looking at, take a blood test and telling my husband that she's anemic, and, she could have passed out just at any particular time. But my body had gotten so used to managing with the energy that I already have, I didn't have any symptoms of it. So they kept me in the hospital. I was going for a regular checkup. And at that time, I was an employee, and I had to call my manager and say, I'm not coming back because they're keeping me overnight for a blood transfusion. And that actually made me start to look a bit closer at what I'm doing and also paying more attention to what my body needs. And now, Marianne told me about these vitamins. Okay, I had vitamins before. There's some supplements. She told me all this stuff. I didn't understand it. And do I need to understand everything? No, I'm not a scientist. So I started tasting them. Like, can I swear? I was saying SHIT, these taste better than the Skittles that's in my glass jar on the counter, which Marianne you've seen, and also Jubes. And they tasted good. And I felt a little bit different, but I didn't know what that was until I paid attention to understand that there's certain things that is happening. And then I realized, people say black girl's hair doesn't grow. Well, I don't know. I just cut my hair again. Now I've only been taking for the grow product, and I've always had a whack of hair. People used to say this to my mom, like, what happened to that kid? Where'd you get all the hair? If you look at my mom and the father, you see. But this particular product, grow, and I cut my nails down. Now they're about this baby, but they're coming back. But my hair I just cut about 3.5 inches off of my hair. And people say black hair doesn't grow. Well, that's a lie. What I know is that the nutrients that I'm getting in here is more than the vegetables and fruits I have been eating. And I think I eat pretty good. I love food. So I'm not stopping that. So this is one of my favorite products right now. Also, too, I suffer a lot with allergies. And I haven't taken the alt. Mind you, have sold it to other people who've taken it and told me that now they're not taking the R word, which you said, the B word. They were taking 3 R's a day, and now they're taking the alt. They have to buy more from me, but they did notice a difference. So this has been my big thing. And then also SLD, because I heard a testimonial from the lovely Brenda, and these 2 products alone helped me. You probably can't see if I stood up, you'll be able to tell, but I had like an inch loss of maybe 4, well, not inch loss because I don't want to find it, inch reduction.
Donation.
Of 4 inches, 4-inch reduction just from these 2 alone. And that's what got me into everything else. The metabolic reset. And my husband was saying to me, he's feeling some pain again. He's all out of STP. So I got to, and I'm glad there's a promotion on all these different kits so I can take advantage of that, because I guess what I have is credit card to do it. So thank you so very much for giving me a chance to speak. And I'm just glad that I'm fueled with it. And you guys have put a great platform together, because we have that nutritional scientist, is it Mary Esther? Mm-hmm. And just listening to her speak to talk about what we're not getting from fruits and vegetables, because people think, oh, they're eating great, they're having 4 of this, but we're not getting everything because the soil has been depleted. These supplements are pretty much replacing what we need and what we're not getting. So I'm happy for this. I wish I could buy like everything all the time, but I just tell myself, be patient with yourself and buy what you can when you can. And when you see these big sales coming up, try to get as much as possible. So that's what I'm trying to tell people, just for them to try it and see it. And what you guys told me is just give yourself a chance at you don't go to GNC and get a sample of them, but we give out samples.
That's right. It's true. We do. We're awesome that way. And you know what? We are having a 50% off until 6 or 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So do not go, you know what? Just think 5 o'clock, because from 5 to 7, you're probably not even going to be able to get on onto the platform. Thank you so much, Tammy. Amazing results, awesome product. And, there's trips to be won here. I could talk about this for forever. I really want to hear from Amanda and her experience, because she is one of our newer ladies, and she just recently became a diamond. So kudos to her. And she got new glasses, and doesn't she look lovely and hot and sexy? Sorry, go ahead.
Hi guys. I just want to say thanks for having me. So I joined APL a few months ago, and I have had some really amazing results. And the first products that I started with was the SLD for pain and the GTS for energy. And I'm loving both of them. I'm not taking as much over-the-counter painkillers. And the the GTS, the energy, I was a big energy drink person. I was drinking like 2 or 3 a day, which is terrible, and I do not suggest it. So Marianne heard this and she really wanted me to try the product, and I was a little bit reluctant at first, and then I was like, okay, let's do it. And I've gotten off the energy drinks and taking less painkillers. And I've also had issues with perimenopause over the last probably year and a half, where my hair was falling out. I was having night sweats. I was getting weird rashes, just like bloating of the stomach from taking too much sugar and just poor diet. All of these things were happening. And so over last 3 months, my stomach is like almost completely flat. And that is without exercise. I've been doing minimal exercise, but I'm just starting to ramp up the next week or two. And so I feel like the detox really worked because my belly is almost flat, which is awesome because everyone knows I had twins over the last few years. So that came with a little bit of extra weight. And of course, I used to really like the junk food. So I've been able to cut all of that unhealthy stuff down. And I've been able to sleep through the night with no night sweats. And my hair is actually growing and staying where it's supposed to. So that's a good thing as well. And also, I just wanted to say, just everything that I've experienced in the last 3 months, I just didn't think was possible. Because I've been to so many nutritionists. I've been to this doctor, that doctor, every doctor. My energy is doing so much better. I'm able to get through the whole day. I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and I go to bed usually about 10 o'clock at night. And I'm not getting that like afternoon crash that we tend to get around 2 and 3 o'clock, where we need that caffeine, that coffee, a little pick me up. So, yes, the relax, that's the other one. I love it. So I've been taking that one at night over the last couple of weeks and tracking my sleep on my watch here, and my deep sleep. I'm finally getting proper deep sleep. I'm finally getting my proper REM sleep, and the results don't lie because I've been tracking them. So I feel better, more energized between the relax and the GTS. So if you're struggling with this stuff really works. It's really great. And APL Go has brought me to some really amazing, wonderful ladies who have helped me meet my health goals. And I have just been in such a great, better, positive space. And that's the other one that I like, is the happy. This is when I take this one twice a day. Oh, you probably can't see it. Hold on. There we go. Hold on.
You got to put it right in front of you. Put it like right here.
There we go.
That's what I do.
So this is the happy, and I take this one twice a day, and my mood is just a lot better. My son even notices it as well. He said, "You're in a better mood." I'm like, "Yeah, because I feel better, a lot better." And so APL Go is brought me to wonderful people and wonderful health results. So if you're looking for that, you definitely want to connect with Marianne. So
Absolutely.
Thank you for having me.
Perfect. Thank you so much. You've heard a bunch of testimonials, as many as we could squeeze. I just want to show you the allergy relief because I know what it's like to suffer. I was happy to just take these for the rest of my life because they're so natural. You can't go wrong with it. And I was happy to take those for the next 3 months instead of taking the B word for 3 months. And I'm now taking like a whole, I don't even think I've taken a whole box. So I think it'll be like 1 box for the whole season. So next year, who knows? I'll probably have nothing. And the relax for sleeping, I can't say enough about that. And happy will absolutely make you happy without, it's not weed. So don't be emailing me. It's not pot or weed. Okay. That's not what's in there. It's a all natural product. They're made from the DNA of the plant. They're 100% absorbable and they are infused with negative ions. We will talk about that more at another time. I do want to announce an amazing partnership that I literally just scored yesterday, but also at that Maryland convention that I went to, go to in-person events. Okay, go. So we are now going to be partnering. So we will have people who will be able to purchase supplements to send to Africa, to an orphanage. Yes. Yeah, I thought I was going to do this without it, but anyways, the name of the charity is in the US. So we're just sorting out some stuff to see if we can get in the US, all of you will be able to get a receipt and use it as a write-off for your taxes. In Canada, we're not sure, we're checking. We're just checking to see if that's going to be okay with the Canadian tax people. So either way, we will let you know by next time, by June 13th. I'm hoping to have Patrick here, who is the head of the charity. It's called All Kids Can Learn International. And I also found out about that. We had one final mastermind, and it was crazy. We were all in tears. Like, it was nuts. So I am so happy, because if there's anything I like more, it is making people feel good, but then making people feel good with a higher purpose. And when you couple it up, because I've been trying to figure out what to do. And so he came along, and I am opening up my own non-for-profit at some point. It takes a little while to do that here. It's a little bit different here in Canada than it is in the US. Me being a Canadian citizen complicates it, for me to start in the US. So that's why it's just taking some time. But I am so thrilled. I am so thrilled that we are officially associated with a charity, and that I'm going to be able to do this. These kids are going to get these amazing supplements that are going to help them in, I don't even know, 18 different ways, because we have 18 different products. So anyways, more on that June 13th. Come join us. It is, what's it called again? What did I say it was called, Julia? Our Rocky Road to Success.
The Rocky Road to Success.
Rocky Road to Success. Okay, one of those. And I'm so excited. That's actually going to be a similar title of a book. My next book, so the next summit is June 13th. The Rocky Road to Success, or Our Rocky Road to Success. There's a book coming out after the forgiveness book, which will be coming out shortly as soon as I get everyone's chapter on here. And also, yes, yes, I love that. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yes, I love those faces. I'm so subtle, aren't I? And it'll be called, the next book after that will be called Our Rocky Road to Inner Peace. I love those titles. So I'm super excited. On that note, we will stop talking about APL Go. We do have the sale on until, let's just pretend it's till 5 or 6, because it is 7, but probably from 6 to 7, there's almost like 0 chance of getting onto the computer. So try to get on there before it's 50% off. It's like crazy, but it's short. Hours left. So thank you, ladies, so much for joining me for this. Our next amazing speaker is Jessica Roman. So Tammy, thank you for taking off of work. Amanda, thank you for taking off of work. Julia, thank you for taking off of work. Linda, thank you for taking off of work.